Oh god, just as I wanted to start the episode, it starts raining. But that's okay, because for today we're going to need to head out towards the waterfalls and we're going to need to find a quartz node, or better to say a couple of them. And then we're going to need to make an assembly line all the way up to this place and then see if we can unlock some more fun stuff. But before doing that, I got something to show, and or I have a couple of very handy comments, so keep them coming. I really like to read them, answer them. Zorkak is saying you can open those crashed ships to unlock some useful alternative recipes in the MAM. He also says there is a sulfur node very close to your coal node. You can research sulfur in the MAM to unlock compact coal. Compact coal burns at a rate of 4.5 per minute rather than 15 per minute. The sulfur node is east-south of the coal node. Thank you a lot. I'm going to keep that in mind for when we upgrade the coal power plant. JD says, glad you figured out that you need 8 coal to start. Now when you start the steel mill setup, add 4 more coal power plants so you will have enough power. That is a very good one to keep in mind. I'm going to combine that with the comment of Zorkak. JD also says the ratio is 1 water processor to 2 coal power plants. And this last comment, I want to straight away start talking about what I've been done behind me, and then we're going to go head out. So what I've been doing behind me is I got it all working right down here. Now I've been reading on Wiki, it is 1 water processor up to 2.5 coal, which I kind of figured out the last time, but it didn't work all the way. Now I've been messing around and messing around and messing around, and I found a layout onto Reddit of a nice coal generator setup. This one is of Spotted Major. There is a link in the description so you can check it out. It is 1 year old, but it's still working. Now the only problem with this setup is that you need to be 100% precisely, or else you're going to get some drop downs again. So this thing was kind of working, but the problem is this guy, the last one, was turning on and off at time, and that is because the flow is not 100% good. And then I also had to think of JD saying you can better do 1 water processor up to 2 coal power plants. Now of course my setup is a little bit different than as you can see here on the blueprint, because I guess this guy made the water pipes as straight as possible. There's a little bit going up when it comes out of the water processor, but at here, I can just show you guys. I wanted it to go up even more because I wanted to be able to walk underneath. As you can see, it's very handy. I don't have to do all kinds of circus acrobat type of stuff. So how do I get it working? Well, just as I was thinking about JD's comment, and I was like, okay, I'm going to set up a number 4. Then it came into my mind, what if I overclock these things, because often you can forget about it. If I can overclock these guys with just a little bit extra megawatts, then I can save up some megawatts. Or with other words, if I'm just going to check this stuff out, you can see I've overclocked it to 120. 119 was just about okay, but I was like, you know, just add 1 more %. This thing is now completely, you know, being boosted up. There's water enough, and having 3 times 5.5 is 16.5. So I'm using 16.5 extra megawatts rather than 20 extra megawatts. I saved up a little bit, and I'm like, you know, saving up each little bit can help making it myself less and harder. So in this case, my total power right now is a steady 600 megawatts. It is using currently 400, but I need to always keep in mind that I'd look at this rather than that, just in case if. So I do have a little bit of extra power in order to put up the Quartz factory, and then I'm going to need to listen to you guys' comments and do something with the sulfur. Alright, first things first, I'm going to need to put the Quartz onto the map. So let's scan the map, have a little wait, and then I can just set up my custom made waypoint or whatever. Alright, oh, okay, let's just go with that one. And let me open the map. Ooh, oh yeah, I remember now. We need to pass the bridge. Let me just real quick, this down there. Select an icon. Let's do a stamp. Let's take this guy. And then let's make the color kind of like quartz crystal, which will be beautiful. And let's do a far. And this should be it, right? Beautiful. So we need to get out on Nvidia. Now, I don't know just yet what I'm all going to need. I am going to try to take as much as possible. And yes, of course, I've been building a little bit of this and that around. Let me just show you around what I exactly did. I got 3 of these just to start things up. I believe there is a little bit in there. They're not connected, they're not turned on. Just in case I need to close down the power network, I can just easily start it back up again. And not only that, I also had to make one of these guys at my coal miner separately from the whole network, because this flow needed to keep flowing. I noticed that about 70-80% of the conveyor belt was empty. And also another fun fact, going on full speed from this area to the coal miner is taking up to 2 minutes. Wow. Yeah, this is just basically it. Of course, I can make this factory look more nicer later on. Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. Just, you know, leave it as it is for now. Just a little bit of this and that, keeping it open, and yeah, it is fine. And a couple of those guys, even though I don't think I need them. I got a bit of everything, as you can see. I hope that will be enough. If not, then yep. Now, I only find it a shame, maybe the map show it to me, that there is no distance thing. Maybe highlight it? No, it also doesn't do that. Oh, it shows like a beam. You could say that is fake, but you can also think like, okay, we have sent out a tiny little drone up there, and then the drone has a light on its back and then shines it into the sky. Let's just pretend like that. Is that gonna be a good idea to go like here, or you need to head around to something? Yeah, I think that would be a smart idea. The thing is, I am not sure if there's like a way going around that way. Of course, you know, now I'm looking at it, it almost seems like there's a little hole in there, which basically might mean that this whole thing here, like a very thin piece of mountain. What will I decide? I'll guess I need to look a little further ahead though, before I'm making it myself too difficult by going all the way around. Going to keep an eye out for new resources, like this stuff. I'm not sure what that is. Bauxite? Yeah, I'm really afraid I'm going to go around though. You know what? Let's just go around, up the mountain and then pass around. I kind of figured this out already, that the map is, you know, getting hilly over there. Still gonna go up there, I'll guess. Which is also not a too bad of a thing, because right down here we have the large coal area. Holy smokes, look at all of that. So I'll guess the coal just might be down. Oh man, how am I ever gonna go? Oh, that's you. You scared my butt off. Okay, so the thing is, I'm going to need to decide something to get to the other side. Now, I either need to go past the cliff and then, I don't know, maybe there's like a bridge type of deal and go up, but I'm also going to keep in mind that I'm going to need to go all the way back with a conveyor belt. I might now going to check out the other side. The thing here is, when you go down, you need to get back up again. If I stay a little bit on the same level of the ground, it's going to be a little bit more easier. Now, I do want to see if I can go around that area. Maybe I can use that bridge down there to go here and then see what is up this way.
Picking up multiple fix-it personnel in the area. Proceed with harvest before
Oh, damn it. Is that a big boy? I'm not sure if that is a big boy though. It seems like that the hill goes up behind there. So I could still decide to go via downstairs. That's good to know. This game is definitely beautiful. Water? Oh, that is different. How does that work? You just place like one of these water things on here and then it's okay? Or am I going to need to have special equipment for that? Geyser? Oh, that's really cool though. Ooh, this game really made it difficult, huh? It's like gases exactly where I'm going to need to pass through. Even that guy over there has trouble with it. Gonna be a long way. You just silence there, please. Yeah, the bastards, man. The bastards. That looks very deep, which, long story short, is a bad thing. Now, I could eventually just go around here, I guess. Go like near the edge, or go to the right up the mountain, or just take a very tiny, small little peek over here, because what if I'm up the mountain and then it shows that it's downstairs? It's a big, big cave. Ooh, what if it's in here? God. You know what? Let me just take a look around. I don't have to be there just yet, so... Not a nice flat area. I will just figure out later on if I can just find like shorter routes or whatever. It's right on there though. I see why you guys are there. Like this yellow power slug, but I'm going to need to save as much ammo as possible. I want to run out, of course. I have a little bit of this and that with me. But I need to get up there somehow. It's getting a little bit too messed up here. What is that? Oh. Oh, this is just perfect. Oh, this is more water. Because that looks like a big boy. That looks like a big boy. That seems to be a lot of owl for stage where I'm at. So I'll better just avoid that for a bit. And then I hope this guy isn't going to cause any trouble. Uh-oh. Don't panic. Panic. Ooh. 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 That is bad. That is really bad. That is really bad. Oh shit. I'm going to die. Okay. Eat. Bastard. Oh, I'm going to take care that you will never spawn again. Isn't that like an easy way? Like an easy somewhere crystals? Have I chosen like the wrong pathway for that? Well, it seems like the crystal is over there. That is one thing. I'll bet there is something guarding that over there. I'm thinking of it. I'm going to need a crap ton of reinforced plates. And I'm going to think about how am I going to do this. Am I just going to build like a gigantic ramp down and make it myself a little bit more easy avoiding all of this stuff? Or am I going to, you know, be the nice guy and just make a pretty route going around? I'm not sure just yet. I am going to save it up here. Alright, so it's slowly but surely turning daytime. Now, I did do a part and I forgot to turn on the recording, but the only thing that happened is that there was over there like a big spitter and I basically just sniped him down. It took a couple of shots from a distance of like right down here. He was just walking there. I had an easy shot on him a couple of times and then he died and then that was basically it. And I seen the recording wasn't turned on. Alright. Is it me or are there like different colors of gases around here? And I have two options. Or I'm gonna bring it down the way I came, which is not the worst thing except for this one spider that it's not gonna return anytime soon, of course. Which basically means I went up here, so I went around. And here I fought the spider. And down here I came across the big boy with the water. I think these are water geysers. Then I went around here, jumped off a little cliff. Then around here with the water stuff. And then I'll guess I went around here or down here. I think it's this way. And around the gases and then back home. Or I could just make like a gigantic ramp, which at one point I'm like, yeah, I can always, you know, replace that later on, and it will save me a lot of walking around the area, to say. Now let me just see here at the edge. I have to be extremely careful. I want to get bumped in my butt and just fall through my death. I really think that the developers did all of this on purpose. They kind of knew that if you would be, you know, needing quartz, that you would go this way, thinking like, oh, it is close by, right? There's a crash site. Ah, that's a super long way down. Oh, there's also a crash site over there, which is surrounded by gases, but yeah. Like, what shall I do? Like, shall I make it myself easy and just try to go down? Yeah, I might just do that, and at some day, you know, when I'm just being really powerful or just cannot be bothered with creatures anymore, I could just, you know, it's a lot of horse apples, I feel like, but sure. You know what, I'm going to promise you guys, I will change this at some point, right? It doesn't feel like too realistic though, but I'm also going to put this episode up, and for now I can just go like this, and later on, you know, if I'm brave, I can just, you know, clear out the area, make something nice, just take my time with it, and that would be a little bit of a better idea, just for those reasons. I mean, I fought a giant spider, so leave me be. Alright, let me take a look. This thing is pooping out 60 per minute, and 2 of these poop out 120 per minute, which basically means I'm going to have a tier 3 reinforced plating type of deal. Now, because I'm going to make it myself like a easy road, I can just go easy forward and backwards grabbing stuff. I'm just right away going to set things up and go along with ramp. This thing needs a power of 5 megawatts. Yeah, that's okay. Alright, fantastic. So this is how I'm going to go down. I'm just going to go bit by bit and piece by piece. And then slowly but surely we're getting back up to the base. I don't think anything else interesting will be happening anymore. This is a very nice view though. The game is scary, beautiful, absolutely an adventure. Ooh, have to be careful for that there. You know, I am really impressed with this game that I can see my ramp foundations all the way from right down here. So I'm just going to connect the power up like that, and then it should be connected to the whole network here. So let's take a little look. Yep, the power has definitely gone up a bit on this blue one. Now it is going to take a little while before all of that stuff is right down here. So I'm just going to trust on it that things will work. Alright, so meanwhile I made a little dump chest right down here for all the, you know, all the stuff. So yeah, we had a very long adventure. Of course, it was for me a lot longer than for you guys because of the magical cut editing. Now I have here a whole bunch of crystal. I would like to see what we can do now, and probably setting up a assembly line is not going to be too difficult. I just have to see another time where am I going to use all this stuff for. I wanted to go with this thing, right? I cannot afford because I am going to need to have silica. Now this stuff here, I'm going to have a multi thing, which is also fine. I can just set it up real quick, and then we can just, you know, just check out this Blade Runner stuff, and it's like next level. Oh, yeah, I see. You don't per se have to. I gotcha. Need 50 of those. Yeah, almost fell asleep there. Okay, so I'm going to need to have 10 of these guys. So it just costs reinforced plating and some iron rods. I can just quickly set it up to complete that mission there. For now, I'm just gonna place this guy out here. Yeah, this guy, this stuff. So I'm just going to place down 2 storage things. And later on, I can just remove it and build it elsewhere when needed. There we go. Right, it's going to take 1 minute per 2 per minute. Okay, 2 per minute to make this stuff. So it's going to take a little while. And then that is only just to unlock the whole thing. And I'm going to need to have 10, so that's like 5 minutes. So it's okay. This thing, and then we can further unlock some other stuff. Oh, the vehicles are going to be super handy. Now, crystal is along the way. This guy make a shatter. I wonder what shatter means. It shatters on impact, or does it shatters when it's... Okay, it looks like maybe it's like a shotgun shell with pellets or whatever. When you shoot it, it's splitting up in multiple pieces, which sounds handy when you got like a lot of jumping spiders around. This guy I'm just going to need to wait. A medical inhaler. Alright, I think we could just research that meanwhile I wait on the stuff to happen. Bauxite is used to produce alumina, which can be further refined into aluminium scrap required to produce aluminium ingots. Okay, so I see that. Now, silly enough, I don't have any nuts anymore, which sounds weird, but I mean in the game, right? I was like, I don't need them anymore, let's just eat them all, because I can use the other foods. I'm just going to grab a couple of nuts. Alright, I'm sorry, I'm just going to touch your nut, okay? Hope you don't mind. Touch your nuts. Grab your nuts. Oh man, look at your nuts. Thank you for your nuts. How many more can I go before you guys get nuts? Ooh, these nuts smells a bit cheesy though. Quartz has arrived. Look at that. This whole conveyor belt is just stuffed with this. Oh, look at that. I can just... Oh, grab them all off. There's so many on these. Beautiful. Glad it worked out. I'm glad it didn't brought any more spiders up to here. I wonder if anyone ever had that, like, are these creatures being affected by conveyor belt? Like, can they stand on it and then get transported? That would be really bad though. Yeah, now comes the question, what did I want to do? Because I completely forgot about it already. Something with nuts. That it should... Oh, yeah, the inhaler type of deal. So there we go. Did I just touch nuts for nothing? Okay, this would be handy. I cannot do that just yet, and I can also not do that just yet. Now, I guess these inhalers are going to be super handy, even though I'm not really sure where to build these guys. There's no inventory, bro. And it should be here, I guess. Ah, protein inhaler. So I'm going to need to collect these nuts and... Okay, it's yes. I can just deal with these guys for now. And I also know to save these nuts. Right, it seems like our time has passed and it's going to be time to get these Blade Runners researched. One of these, thank you please. Go to the map to see the result. Please choose a new node of the tree again. There is nothing new. Yeah, there is a lot. I'm really going to need to set up an assembly line to unlock a whole bunch of next level stuff. Blade Runners. Oh! I have it all except for 3 more. Alright, there we go. 1 Blade Runner, please. What is happening? Oh. Okay, then I'll guess... legs? Of course it is legs. Holy moly. Okay, it seems like I'm a lot faster right now. Jump higher. Will this also protect me a little bit? Like, just a tiny bit of armor. Exoskeleton for the lower legs. That assists movement, allowing pioneers to sprint faster, jump higher. Also dampens the impact of landing. I see. So instead of running 2 minutes to the mine, it's now like 1.5 minutes. Alright, there's only one way to figure this out, and I like how it's visual onto my character. I first gonna do it without, right? No. Okay, almost 2 full thinkies. Alright, now test it with the Blade Runners. Alright, just a little lesser than I had on, yeah, the second part. Okay, very good. I'm quite happy with that. Now, I'm actually wondering, is there a way that I can figure out where all of these crash sites are? Like, can I scan them with something that it shows me where to go? Because alternative recipes are going to be very handy, because I have not yet seen really where to get this compacted coal type of deal, which is going to be super handy at some point. But anyways, in order to just set up this whole assembly line with pearls and other type of deal, I'm going to need to spend a lot more time on this. So What I end up doing is do a little bit of off-camera work, and then in the next episode we're going to continue unlocking some stuff. Maybe we can just go on to exploration, searching for some of these crash sites, see what we can find over there, see what we can do, and unlock some recipes. So with that being said, I hope you guys will enjoy your Sunday. What a beautiful shot this. Amazing. Alright. Let me get my butt to work. Set up silica assembly line, quartz assembly line, and all that good stuff. Need to be careful.